Game locations. There are some puppet combo games that make their locations in the world very obvious. You would never believe where the Texas Butcher is set. This may sound crazy, but it's actually set in Texas. Another game we know the exact location of is Nightripper, as it's set in New York in Greene County. Nun Massacre and Babysitter Bloodbath are theorized to be in Colorado, due to the rocky terrain, being near Texas, and the fact that there's a hospital in Colorado known as Monroe State Mental Hospital, which is the name of the hospital that Nicholas Burr escapes from in Babysitter Bloodbath. Bongo the Clown in Miss McDonnell's house. In Miss McDonnell's house in Nun Massacre, a Bongo the Clown doll can be seen within Miss McDonnell's daughter's bedroom. However, when Miss McDonnell tries to enter this room, it does not allow her to enter, giving her a specific prompt telling her why. One strange thing, though, is that it appears as though Miss McDonnell's daughter took Bongo the Clown with her to the nunnery. Maybe the nunnery never really existed, who knows. I discussed this more in a video linked in the description about Nun Massacre. Contagious schizophrenia. Throughout all the puppet combo games, all the killers seem to be delusional and see shit that doesn't really exist, and worship certain gods. It seems as though they almost have schizophrenia, seeing illusions of monsters and demons, as if it were contagious between them all. The CFV. The CFV is a secretive cult found within the shadows of puppet combo games. The biggest appearance is in Stay Out of the House, Feed Me Billy, and Nun Massacre, in the form of symbols on the TV. Their purpose is currently unknown. They have a long-ass list of crimes, and their real name is the Church of the Father's Vision. I did a video on them discussing the CFV in more detail, links in the description. Power Drill Massacre Chase Sound. There is a rumor that the sounds heard when being chased in Power Drill Massacre are actually the sounds from pigs being slaughtered in a slaughterhouse. There's no real evidence to back this claim up other than the actual sounds heard during the chase. It is also said on the radio in the Night Watch that they hear the sound of what seems like a screaming pig, possibly coming from the Driller Killer. Nun Massacre times Power Drill Massacre. Originally, there was going to be a Power Drill Massacre and Nun Massacre crossover. 10th Basilisk 88 actually reached out to Puppet Combo over Twitter about this crossover, and this was their response. It turned out to be too complicated to do. I guess that makes sense. I would have definitely liked to see it, but I understand. As a developer, it's, well, hard to develop games. The OG Nightripper. Originally, the Nightripper was going to have a red cloak like that of Jack the Ripper, but was changed later on to be more like that of a medieval plague doctor. I don't really know why they changed it, maybe just more to closely resemble the New York Ripper, or just to, well, appear more creepy, probably the latter. What the Nun really is. The Nun from, well, Nun Massacre is definitely something. Nobody really knows what it truly is. Some say it's a crazy person with a mask on, others say the ghost of the past haunting Miss McDonnell, like in A Christmas Carol. One might even say that it's a demonic entity, one that prides itself in slaughtering and torturing children, maybe Lucifer's true form. However, the most popular theory about the Nun is that she's merely Miss McDonnell's alter ego, merely a hallucination, and that the real villain all along was herself. Killer motives. We know most of the killer's motives, those being to kill and serve an unnamed god. This god, they sometimes speak of, could possibly be related to the CFV. We really don't know much more than that. Saint Lucy and the Nun. Saint Lucy is the patron saint of the blind, and well, she's blind. And you know who else is blind? The Nun. It appears as though the nun's eyes were gouged out, just like St. Lucy's. St. Lucy is also mentioned in Nun Massacre in a set of notes, showing the duality of the Nun and St. Lucy. The last video I made was about this very topic. Okay, I'm really sorry for the shameless plugs, I'll stop now, I promise. Day 7, Silent Hill 2 Easter egg. I'm not a boomer, so I've never personally played Silent Hill 2, but I've heard good things about it. The secret ending of Day 7 is very similar to the secret ending of Silent Hill 2, which has a canon ending with a doge. This doge is messing around with the control panel. In the Day 7 secret ending, Terrence finds a cat at a set of control panels, and then Terrence screams, "Damn you!" as the cat was behind it all, just like the doge. Meghan is the night shift abductor's mother. So, the theory goes as follows. After the Driller Killer captures Meghan, he rapes her and beats her half to death and then dumps her unconscious body out onto the streets, only for the authorities to later find her and take her to the hospital. 9 months later, she gives birth to the night shift abductor. This would explain why in Stay Out of the House there is an old woman in a wheelchair who seems as though she's been beaten half to death, and who somewhat closely resembles Meghan. I personally don't buy this baloney though. Nun Massacre Driller Killer mode. It appears as though originally in Nun Massacre there would be a special Driller Killer mode. This game mode could have maybe acted as a hard mode of sorts, like Nun Massacre definitely needed that. Possibly you'd be maybe chased by the Nun and the Driller Killer, double trouble. This could possibly be linked to the Nun Massacre and Power Drill Massacre crossover. Film theory. According to a dev, some puppet combo games are actually just movies in other puppet combo games. It is also said that these games that are movies are merely just film adaptations of things that happened in a non-movie puppet combo universe. I think I'll do a video on this in greater detail over the next few months. Please like and comment down below. If this video hits 7 likes, I will do a video on the film theory. The real Feed Me Billy. Feed Me Billy and the story of David Berkowitz have a lot in common. David was an American serial killer who only used revolvers, just like Billy. He killed 6 people, just like Billy. According to David, his neighbor's possessed demon dog told him to kill the 6 people specifically. Also similar to the Hole telling Billy to give it meat. Quite a creepy comparison, I must say. The father's identity. Not much is known about the father. All we really know is that he is probably the leader of the CFV cult. Some of the speculated candidates of who the father could actually be include the Nightripper, the phone preacher guy from Stay Out of the House and Feed Me Billy, and Benedetto Cucuzza. But who really knows? I guess only time will tell. Who wrote the notes in Feed Me Billy? In Feed Me Billy, it is theorized that Billy is actually schizophrenic, as covered earlier. The schizophrenia is the cause of him wanting to kill, but there's still a part of him that knows what he's doing is wrong, so his non-schizophrenic side makes him write notes to himself to try and pull himself out of the deep hole he's dug himself into. However, he may be too deep already. The shitty handwriting also suggests that Billy wrote these notes. This also explains why Billy is shot by another person who has the exact same appearance as Billy. Rachel's hallucinations. During the Nightripper, the player has the option to take some pills that make Rachel calm down, which raises her adrenaline level highly, whilst being chased by the Nightripper. So the theory goes as follows: the pills actually gave Rachel visual and auditory hallucinations, and that during the end sequence where Rachel is watching a movie after escaping the Nightripper, the sound of the breaking glass and quacking is actually just an auditory hallucination caused by the pills. Roxanne and Brendan are actually actors. I'm pretty confident in making this claim, as Brendan and Roxanne die twice in the Puppet Combo universe. In one scenario they are killed by the Butcher, and in the other they are shot by Billy. Since the new Murder House ending update coming out, I'm inclined to believe that the two are actually actors, and either Feed Me Billy or Stay Out of the House are just movies, or at least the retelling of past events, similar to that of Murder House. Justin and the truck driver are related. There's literally no evidence to back this claim up other than that Justin and the truck driver look very uncannily alike. Tom was actually possessed, so the theory goes as follows. Before the events in Murder House, Tom was possessed by Anthony, and the entire thing was set up, with the Easter eggs planting all the objects and making it seem as though he was innocent when the whole time it was actually Anthony that killed the kids. This also explains how he doesn't die from all the bullet wounds. Even if he did wear a bulletproof vest, he wouldn't be bleeding as much. And yes, this theory is now more or less debunked, as of the new Murder House ending being released. But what the Murder House movie was based on could have actually happened, in that the original Tom was possessed, and they based it off of that. Splatter Camp Origins. Splatter Camp is a cancelled puppet combo game. Not much is known about it. It is theorized that Splatter Camp was going to be based off the 3 Oklahoma girls murder case. There was really nothing else to go on other than pure Reddit and Discord speculation, so basically I have nothing on this one. So yeah, that's the puppet combo Iceberg. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It took ages to make and loads of effort. And hey, if you're feeling generous, consider liking the video. It'll make the algorithm hate me less, and my videos do better. And if you enjoy my content and want to see more, think about subscribing. Let's try and hit 40 subs, I know we can do it. Also, only 19.3% of my subscribers are actually subscribed. Subscribers? I mean viewers. By the way, I'll do an eyebrow reveal at 50 subs. That's the goal for you guys to work towards. YouTube has a bug where it unsubscribes people. Actually, no it doesn't. That's all bullshit, but it seems to work, according to other people's analytics. I've got a few videos planned for later, so stay tuned for them too. Feel free to comment about anything you think I missed, a topic I should cover next, or just really anything. Anyways, my name is Owen, I've been your host today, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.